Hello beautiful family, this is Persh again. Today we're gonna talk about Manu National Park, the jewel of biodiversity in Peru. Peru is one of the countries with the greatest biodiversity in the world. The diversity of flora and fauna it houses is one of the best examples of this. Peru, leading in several categories in the world rankings, is considered a mega diverse country boasting a vast array of ecosystems that converge in its territory. For example, there is not a country with a greater variety of fish, hailing almost 2,000 species, 10% of the world's total. And there is not another place on the planet with greater variety of butterflies, with some 4,441 species. Otherwise, Peru is the second in variety of birds, third in amphibians and mammals, and occupies the fifth place in number of species of reptiles. In addition of the 83 species of cetaceans in the world, 36 are found in Peru. There is wildlife are spread out within 11 ecoregions and 84 life zones of the 117 that exist in the world. Traditionally, 3 large regions can be identified in its territory: coast, highlands, and jungle. The Manu National Park is one of the few protected natural areas in the world that is home to an incredible rich and complex diversity of ecosystems. From high-altitude grasslands at more than 4,000 meters above sea level, the tropical rainforest, it comprises part of the Cusco region and the Madre de Dios rainforest in the Peruvian Amazon. Between the provinces of Paucartambo in Cusco and Manu in Madre de Dios, it covers an area of more than 2 million hectares and has a large number of habitats, including high Andean landscapes, cloud forests, and rainforests, all of which are framed by a large and complex hydrographic system. It is known that in this great park almost 10% of all plant species in the world are found, and that in a single hectare more than 220 species of trees can be found. The Manu National Park protects the entire sub-basin of the Manu River. The Manu region has been an impenetrable region since ancient times. For now, we know that the Incas, in their expansionist zeal, tried to enter it without any luck. Although they managed to maintain commercial relations with the warriors who inhabited the region to obtain colorful feathers, hallucinogens, and medicinal plants. With the arrival of the Europeans, the myth of El Dorado, regionally known as the Paititi, was built around the Amazon territories. It was believed that after the murder of the last Inca, huge amount of gold and silver had been hidden. This encouraged several explorations around the jungle. In 1567, Manu was visited for the first time by outsiders, a case in point being the Spanish explorers, conquistadors, and encomendero Juan Álvarez Maldonado in his tireless search for riches for the Spanish crown, heard of a city of gold, the lost city of Paititi. During 3 centuries of colonial rule, the forests of Manu were still unknown. In the 19th century, the rubber fever attracted thousands of adventurers to the region who exploited the area for more than 20 years, but when the rubber boom ended, they left the territory. Until the 1970s, the region was forgotten again until other activities began to become popular. Hunting, fur trade, and exploitation of different woods became the Manu center of operations for new adventurers. This new impulse also awakened interest in the biological resources of Manu region. For this reason, in 1968, the Peruvian authorities organized an expedition through the Manu River basins. After the reports derived from this expedition, the government decides to declare Manu a national park. In 1973, the Peruvian state declared it a national park in order to protect a representative sample of the biological diversity in the ecosystems of the high jungle, low jungle, and the Andes. In 1987, UNESCO included it in a list of natural heritage of humanity by virtue of its enormous value for conservation of biological diversity and its many natural attractions. The Manu National Park is divided into three main areas: the core zone or Manu National Park, area strictly for protection, only anthropological and biological research activities limited to the observation of life and ecological processes in their natural form are allowed. The Manu Buffer Zone or Reserve Zone. It is located in the lower part of Manu River. In this area, tourist activities organized by authorized agencies and research with minimal manipulation are permitted. Visits are controlled, extending from the Panawa River Gorge to Boca Manu. The Transition Zone of Culture Zone. It is made up of Madre de Dios River and the high Andean territories that borders the southern part of the reserve between the national park's border and the Mapacho River. Some facts about the Manu National Park are: Manu is possibly the most biologically diverse natural area in Peru, containing almost all the country's ecosystems, 10% of the world's bird species, 5% of its mammals, a vast amount of fish, reptiles, amphibians and invertebrates, as well as more than 5,000 species. Manu contains at least 50 globally threatened animal species, according to the Red List of the International Union for Conservation of Nature. It is located within a biodiversity hotspot designated by Conservation International, the tropical Andes, the richest and the most diverse region in the world. It is also home to 2 of the 200 ecoregions with high global conservation priorities, the Peruvian yungas and the rainforests of the southwestern Amazon. It contains 997 recorded bird species and 3 endemic bird areas designated by BirdLife. Its tropical forests are considered among the least disturbed by modern man. Its interior is home to isolated indigenous populations, as well as a remarkable diversity of Amazonian ethnic groups. On the other hand, the number of insects that exist in Manu National Park is about 30 million species, more than 1,300 species of butterflies, 136 species of dragonflies, at least 300 species of ants, and more than 650 species of beetles have been recorded. Among the large mammals, the following stand out: the otorongo, the black tiger, the sachabaca, the wangana, the sajino, the deer, the ashy deer, the river wolf, the ronzoco, the black makisapa, the choro monkey, the white matching monkey, and the black matching monkey. The flora found in Manu National Park is impressive and unique. The Aguajales forests are one of the most outstanding ecosystems where you can witness the aguaje and wasay palms. There is evidence of at least 4,385 identified species of flora. Manu National Park has several interesting attractions for its tourists. For example, the Mirador de Tres Cruces, where there is a special panoramic view of the sun rises at more than 3,600 meters above the Amazon plain. On the other hand, you can visit one of the most renowned research centers for the tropics, the Biological Station of Ojacashu. Another attractive option is the Interpretation Center located at the El Limonal Guard Post. Arriving at Manu is more than an adventure, it is an experience of an incomparable sensory intensity in the most precious asset that human beings have, nature. Traveling along its paths or navigating its waters while contemplating life in a respectful way, it is to be transported to a world without artificial filters, a world that has not been altered by man's hand. The Manu is a poem to life in its most natural state. We all have an obligation to protect this great treasure of the world's biodiversity. We are Inkayni Peru Tours family. Thanks for watching our videos. If you like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in our next videos.